Guys, I've got one question. Are you ready to harness the power of the sun? Are you looking for a solar warlock build that can rain down an endless barrage of fiery destruction on your enemies? With the sun braces equipped, you'll be able to unleash a flurry of solar grenades that incinerate and ignite everything, leaving nothing but ash in their wake. But that's just the beginning. With the right mods, weapons and gear, you'll be able to take this build to the next level and absolutely dominate from the skies. And this season's artifact can passively give us added bonuses to our whole loop of gameplay. Not to mention taking advantage of restoration times too. So if all this sounds great to you, leave a like, subscribe to the channel. Let's dive in and explore the best free roaming solar warlock build in Destiny 2 Lightfall. Yes, my beautiful people, it's Cream Slice. Welcome back to the channel. I hope the raids and all that good stuff has been serving you well, and I hope you've got some sick loot from it as well. So first things first, the two main components of the build. You want to dust off your sun braces, my people. These come with the exotic perk Illumium Spirals. This increases the duration of our solar grenades, and solar melee kills grant unlimited solar nades for roughly about 5 seconds, as you can see here. Then the second component we need is just as vital as the sun braces, and this is the touch of flame aspect. This increases our grenade functions. With our solar grenade, it increases the linger duration and it spits out lava blobs that scorch and ignite our enemies. These two components that we have, the sun braces and the touch of flame aspect, it is absolutely amazing for overtime damage and perfect for ad clearing in any content that you are running. Plus we're going to be wanting to scorch everything and ignite everything, and this is all going to play into our fragments that we are using. The next aspect that we're going to be using is heat rises. Consuming our grenade grants heat rises, which is going to do two important things for the way that this build works. Firstly, kills while we're airborne is going to increase heat rises and give us insane melee energy back, which plays into our gameplay loop. Consuming our grenade, gliding around in the air, and then getting a melee kill, proccing sun braces, and you can pretty much rinse and repeat this cycle until there's only ash left on the battlefield. And the second thing heat rises is going to do is it's going to give us restoration times 2, and this can only be done whilst heat rises is activated when we have the Phoenix Dive equipped. You can pair Ember of Empharian, then all you want to be doing is getting solar kills from then on out to constantly refresh your restoration timer. But with this specific build, we will be using new fragments for healing and building more into the scorch and ignition aspects. But if you don't like the way I put this build together, you can definitely slot Ember of Empharian in there. So the first fragment is Ember of Searing. Defeating scorched targets grants melee damage and creates fire sprites. Since we are literally scorching everything, we will constantly be creating fire sprites that are going to play a super important part in our armor mod setup, as picking up a fire sprite gives us armor charges with the artifact mod Solar Surge. The next fragment is the new Ember of Resolve. Our solar grenade kills cure us. This is another way to survive while we are airborne when we're inside of our Sunbraces gameplay loop. So every time you get a kill with your grenade, you're going to grant cure, and because we can bust out about 5 grenades in one effective loop, it's constant healing from cure. Then we have Ember of Ashes. We apply more scorch stacks to our enemies, creating easier and more frequent ignitions. Then we are going to spread more Scorch to enemies with ignitions with the Fragment, Ember of Char. And with our melee, what we are going with is Incinerate a Snap, as Celestial Fire is still a little bit buggy and it's not proccing Sunbracers consistently enough. So with us pretty much being the main target to hit from the sky, we're always going to be airborne with this build. Well, that's the way I like to use this build. I like to be airborne, getting kills with our grenades and proccing Cure, as well as laying down with a Scorch weapon. One of my favourites this season is definitely Prometheus Lens, because they've now added the Catalyst and it comes with Incandescent. With the enemies that we kill from scorching them is going to give us melee energy back thanks to Ember of Searing. So I definitely recommend using any weapon that has Scorch. And also another favourite of mine this season is the Jotun. As you know from my last video, this comes with Incandescent as well. Really great for crowd control, incinerating everything. And obviously with it being a powerhouse fusion rifle, it's just going to scorch and ignite multiple targets, meaning that we're going to get our melee energy back rapidly. There will be a dim link below in my comment as usual, and feel free to leave any questions about the build or any comments, any adjustments that you would make to this build. Here we are using double assets to assets for insane super regen. You definitely want 2 assets to assets on to benefit from throwing our grenades. Nextly, we have 2 momentum transfer mods on there, so causing damage with our grenade reduces our melee cooldown. So from heat rises to momentum transfer, double stacking together, Ember of Searing that gives us melee energy back from scorching enemies. We're constantly with our melee and can continue the gameplay loop. Then we've got Charged Up on the chest plate there. We can increase the number of stacks of armor charge we can carry, so this will go up to roughly about 4. Then we have emergency reinforcements. Obviously we're going to be a floating target in the air, so it's nice to have some kind of backup when our shields get broken, as well as cure and restoration. On the boots there we have recuperation, replenishes our health every time we pick up an orb of power. Then we have stacks on stacks, so this is going to give us an additional stack of armor charge, letting us hold up to 4 charges. On the class item we have proximity ward to get that free overshield when we are doing a finisher. Then we have Reaper. When we use our class ability and then we get a kill, we can create orbs of power, which our team benefit from. But like I did say, you don't really need orbs of power mods. These are just to kind of fill out the slots. And then lastly, this is a cherry on top, 1-2 finisher. So with us having 4 stacks of armor charges, when we do not have our melee, what you're going to do, you're going to finish an enemy. It's going to refresh your entire melee, so then you can start the gameplay loop over and over again. It's a really simple but effective build, guys. I really hope you like this one. Don't be scared about putting this build together. It's a really high quality build, and it will work in the raid and all that good stuff. So yeah, I'm Cream Slice. Thank you for watching. Peace.